What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It is your humble king. I am back to the castle, throne. I kind of think of myself as like a space king, kind of like a galaxy, because you know, got all these different games, different worlds, different galaxies. You know what I've been trying to get to, what I'm talking about. I'm back with some video games. I'm in my Gamer Insider. We're talking about WWE 2K. As you know, that game drops March, I think it's March the 11th, right? Somebody fact check that. I can fact check it. Yes, I think it come out March the 11th. We have found the article, found a couple articles on a couple of wrestling sites, a couple of gaming sites. The creative director, I think it's Lionel Jenkins, I think. Not Jenkins, but Jinx. We're gonna call him the creative director, Jinx. He talked about gym mode, my universe mode, the creative creation suit, the creative community. Even dropped a little tidbit about MyRise. That is the new format of my career. I'm not sure that I'm down with the new format of my career, but I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in a minute. I need to remind y'all, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, share. It's been a while, man. It's been a while. Let's get right into it. Okay, on one article that I found on a wrestling site called WrestleZone, maybe I put the link in the description, maybe not. He went on to talk about the creative suit, the creation suit, or when you create characters and things like that. One thing, the little whole creative community that they have, the little tab that everybody seems to love, even myself, because for some of y'all show y'all creative ass, because there's a lot of creative people out there, not myself, with all different creations. You have different title belts. You even created different arenas for the different arenas that they don't even have in the game, which you would think that they should have. They should have the classic arenas. They have the whole WWE catalog to create these. I wonder why they didn't do that. That is a good point. Why they didn't do that? But they have that, and I mean, they don't have that, but y'all create that. What's so good about it in WWE 2k22 is the whole creative community thing is fully cross-platform. It means if you create something, or if I create something on PlayStation, you can download it on Xbox, or you can download it on Windows, which is a great thing. They went also a little bit more into detail about certain things like creative story. I think I remember that maybe being in WWE 2K. I think it was WWE 14, or was it WWE 2K14? I remember it being in one of it. It was creative story, and then creative finisher. That was the first. I think they only had it in one WWE game. It was kind of clunky. It was kind of clunky. Hell, it was very clunky. But I thought it was a nice feature. I want them to add on it because, like, certain things. Cause I think one time I tried to create like a moonsault elbow. It didn't work right. It didn't look right. And I think that is one of the things that they talked about, how those two things are not in the game. A lot of fans want it. They want to create a story. They want to create a finisher. But due to, I guess, their tool, they said something about rebuilding the whole game from the ground up. I remember seeing something about this, about Madden. I think this Madden, or just Madden period, how certain features that was in the game are not in the game because they had to keep breaking the game down and rebuilding it from the start to finish. So, and for them, you also had to take in consideration that they have glitches now with creative characters not coming in, especially like some of the characters that I've seen from stuff on like PC. When they have it on PC, like some of the characters don't come out with the full attire. And actually, if you think about it, they really hadn't even fixed that, where the belts, they don't actually look like belts. They kind of just float in front of the character or on top of the character, whichever way. So those type of things, when it come down to the creative things, I can see why they wouldn't want to do that. And they said you hauled it a little bit, so hopefully it's a little bit better. I do think that the characters models look a lot better. I think that might be the first time. I think the very, very first time they switched to 2K. The graphics, the facial features and things like that looking great. Now, I think they did have a problem with it last year or the year before in 2K21 because most of the people had left or some shit like that. I don't remember. But yeah, they feel like they hitting their stride, but a lot of stuff that people want won't be in the game. But the whole creations community thing being cross-platform, I think is a good thing. With the MyGm or it is MyGm that is coming back, and it's basically the same, but it's basically kind of like, this is their words, not mine. They're basically like playing a sports game where you're managing your team. It's supposed to be totally different from universe mode, as I never played now one of these modes, so y'all had to tell me about it, because like I've seen it. I've seen Austin Creed and Tyler Breeze play it when they did their little whole GM mode series thing. It only has, I think it is going to be reloadable. Well, not reloadable, but I don't think it's, because I think watching them, they like after you hit like a certain point, it stops and you have to basically recreate a whole new season. I think that you will be able to do more seasons or more things with it this time around. I'm not really sure, but I know one of the things that they talked about the GM mode, or one new thing, I don't really think it's a big thing, but they made it seem like it was a big thing in the GM mode, is you're gonna have a spectator mode where you get to change camera angles and during the match, and if you don't like something, you can interfere in the match. Cause I would actually want to know, like, cause I think in universe mode, you will watch it. You control everything, but in GM mode, you only control Raw or SmackDown. It doesn't seem like you have anything with NXT. I mean, they don't even really have anything with NXT, so why would you be able? I mean, I would want to. No, I wouldn't. I'm lying. I told a lie that quickly, but yeah, they had that little part. Like I said, I don't really think that's a lot, but the mode that I was probably more looking forward to was the My Career, or in this case, the newly revamped MyRise. I don't know if I'm gonna like it as much, because it basically, like, they added some new things. I think this is Mr. Jinx, or the creative director Jinx talking about it, basically saying that you walk in and you basically create your own character. You create your character and you create your character's backstory. Like, your character can come in being a former MMA fighter who wants to try to be a wrestler, or a former athlete, a former movie star, or some shit like that. And then you go through some other customizations, and then that'll build up your character background. But I'm like, is it gonna be kind of like story driven? Cause I actually liked it. I didn't like the last story, I'm not gonna lie, but they have had some better storytelling points throughout the other WWE 2K games. Cause it could be going back to the earlier WWE 2K game where you just basically having matches and then you finally eventually get to wrestle for a title or whatnot. Like, that shit works when you playing Madden or 2K. You just playing random games like that to get to the championship. But playing a wrestling game, it won't work for me. Now, I could probably do some creative stuff to make it work, but I like for it to have a story. I mean, wrestling is based off the storylines. Why not make a wrestling game about storylines? Now, I guess that is the thing. They probably saying the power is up to you, but I'm not really sure about it. I want to see a little bit more on it. Hopefully, it is like a month and a half away. So hopefully they give us some more. They dropping stuff about it now. They're talking about it now. So hopefully they give us a little bit more of a format, a little bit more insight on the MyRise. But yes, that has been my insider news report on the WWE 2K game. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully maybe I put some knowledge out there that you may didn't know. And also, like I said, if you want to watch, or you want to read the stuff yourself and find and dive into it more than you thought I should have, you can go to Wrestling Zone. Again, maybe I'll put the link in the comments. Not in the comments, but in the description. Most of the time I don't, but maybe I will this time. You can go to WrestlingZone.com or you can go to ComicBook.com. That's where I got these information from. I want to say goodbye. See y'all in the next video. And subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment, share. See y'all next time. Peace out.